Hey everyone, it's Emily here, and I just want to do a really quick tutorial. Hopefully this video is under 5 minutes. I don't know if I posted this, but I did post this on Instagram and Facebook, this background, not this, this one right here. And you guys were really excited about it and asking where I got these. Am I making this for the company that I designed for or the other one? You know, what's this all about? So, I was actually doing a little bit of birthday shopping, and I ended up picking these Dr. Martens, I don't know what they are, Bombay inks up, and I picked up teal, magenta, and white. I wanted black, but they were out. These are pretty inexpensive. They're $4 each, which isn't bad because you get a lot of ink in here. And I've looked up this in the past, and I looked it up again recently. Like, what in the world is India ink? And it's kind of, I personally didn't really find anything. It's more like tutorials on how to use India ink. But I have a lot of these India ink pit pins and stuff. And from my conclusion, I'm probably wrong. So if anyone finds out, please comment below. But it seems like it's kind of like a watercolor type look. They're really, really pigmented. So there's a lot of color in these. So you really only need a little bit. So I'm just going to quickly kind of show you guys how I did this background. This isn't for any of the companies that I designed for. I'm kind of just messing around. I've been dying to get some of these. I finally did. And I made this last night. I'm not really good with drawing people. I found something on Pinterest that caught my eye, and I didn't make it exactly like it. But the best way to learn to draw is to copy other people's. So faces and people, I can do buildings all day, no problem. But like faces, I'm not so good at. But I gave it a try, and it looks like she got a lip job or something, but that's okay. Really, for me, it was just about playing with and experimenting. And as you can see, this background, it looks really cool, and that is using these. Now, it's funny because on this paper, this is not gessoed, and it looks really watercolor-like, and it still works great. This one is gessoed. So, I think if you need to gesso it, if you're gonna use like the pit pins, you need to gesso it. If you're just keeping it like simple and drawing something, I feel you don't. So I'm just going to show you guys on a non-gessoed sheet. Hopefully it turns out the same, and I'll kind of show you guys what I use. So you're going to need these, and these come in like a few different brands, like Liquitex and another one. But so far I like these, and that's what I have to work with. You're going to need a mini mister. You're going to need a brayer, and I really like to have these little paint palettes. They're like just cheap and plastic, and these are dry. So that's all you need. And then I also used a Mr. Huey's in Passport because I don't have this in black yet. And I had to add a little water, which you guys can see how this works. So I'm going to show you the watercolor one first, like how I did this one. It was really, really easy. I pretty much just took this right to it. I didn't even put it in here. I really use this for like painting, to paint with these. So I kind of just did a drop, and really you don't need a lot. And it doesn't dry super quick, but it definitely, this one always bubbles up. I don't know why. You guys see how that's a big old bubble on this one? I don't know why it always does that. Anyway, so then I just take my mini mister, and it pretty much reacts with water like amazing. So, you know, you don't need like a ton of water, and then what I do is I just take my brush, I don't think that one's clean. I don't know about this one either. And I kind of just like started to blend them together. And depending on what colors you use, you're going to get like a different, because this is starting to turn into purple. So depending on what color, or you can completely like do this if you want. So you can get several different backgrounds with these. That's what I'm going to use them for, like to make my own backgrounds, or, you know, I'm sure there's a million things, but I just got these, so I'm still playing with them. So you can like paint with them like that, or you can just let the water disperse itself. You can use these for like dripping. So like if I do a drip at the top, and then I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this. I'll do my best to stay on camera. see, you can kind of do that, and you know, so you can still do your drip effect with them. And then I think white is really nice to have in case you want to lighten something up, I guess, so to speak. You know, so now I just made like a nice light blue color. So that's kind of what I did with that one. But to get that watercolor background, you literally, just like I did the very first time, you're just dropping it on. Just need one drop. And then you take your mini mister and spritz like a couple times. And there you go. And that's how you have it. And then I generally will always have like an art rag on hand, like just an old one that I use for thing. And I kind of just pat it. This is mixed media paper. So this type of paper, I don't know if it's 100-pound paper or what, but it can hold, okay, it's 90-pound. But it can hold, you know, liquids and stuff. So this is good paper to use for this kind of thing. And for this background, which you guys were really asking about, I don't know if it's going to look exactly the same, but we'll shoot for it. I'm not going to do it on the back there. We'll do it on the back of this one. So as far as I remembered, this is how I did it. Again, you're doing your drops. Oop, those are a little big. Oh well, I'm just going with it. So let's do another one. And these, you guys know, these are like my favorite colors, but these come in like a million different colors. Okay, I'm going to spritz it again. Okay, so there's your watercolor thing once again. Then I just took this sprayer and I started to blend them. And because, again, the colors that I have chosen, it kind of turns purple. So this is not going to work with every color. You need to like kind of look at your color chart and then figure out what colors would mix well and which ones wouldn't. And then I kind of just wipe this off. And so this is more of like a royally blue purple versus the other one had a little bit more pink in it. But I like it because you can still see these pink undertones in it. And then for the splatter effect and stuff, again, I don't have this in black, so I'm substituting for Mr. Huey's. The bottom of these bottles are really cool. Like the package and the bottle always seems to catch my eye more than the product sometimes. So you can get these cool rippled effects, or you can kind of do like this. And so that's what I did with that. And then, so even if you just buy one of these and use the bottom of the bottle, I don't know. And then I just, you know, splattered it. That's about it. So these are really fun to work with so far. I mean, I haven't done much. And then another thing I will show you guys really quick. So this is wet, so I'm just going to kind of pat it dry. I don't want to get out the heat gun. But see, that looks really cool. And this is pretty much dry. So that it does dry pretty quick. So in this, I also painted with them. You can see like thinner pieces of hair and then all this thick crazy hair. So I'll show you guys how I did that. So I don't have black, so I did it with this, but it's the same exact thing. So I just put a drop of the magenta right here. And then you take the end of a paintbrush. I use the end, you could use it, and you do that. So, and you can get all these, you know, you could do all kinds of like paintings or whatever. I just happen to be mimicking the hair that I created in that thingy. But like you could do like a heart. I need more in here, I think. This also has black on it from me using it last night, so. But this stuff is really, really pigmented. So you really don't need a ton. So there's, wow. The heart is so sloppy. But it's okay, I'm just kind of showing you guys like how to use it. And I'm trying to do the word love. So there you go. There you have it. Fun little stuff. I still have lots more to experiment with, but you guys wanted a quick tidbit video on how I did that. Sorry, my phone's gone off. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Catch up with you later.